Hey everyone, Token Dave over here, the dorky token black guy that's just trying to get by, and welcome to another edition of Street Fighter Flashbacks. In celebration of the 30th anniversary of Street Fighter, I'm taking it upon myself to share my memories of playing the arcade and console games at that period of time, and as well as share my thoughts on other Street Fighter related media. I know I've put this on hold for a while. I needed to get some things out that I planned already, and so I had to defer the flashback. But the flashback is back after a long hiatus. You know what else is back after a long hiatus? A Street Fighter anime. After Street Fighter Zero Generations didn't do as well, that was the last anime any of us had for Street Fighter in a very long time. However, the release of Street Fighter 4 and the excitement, Capcom went all in and gave us a great comeback to the series, and also not only revitalized Street Fighter, but revitalized the fighting game genre. So, an anime was inevitable. And thus, it came out with Street Fighter 4, The Ties That Bind. Loosely based on the plot of the video game, Street Fighter 4 The Ties That Bind basically is about an explosion that occurs in the Amazon that gets the attention of Delta Red, and this explosion is the result of something energy related from living beings, not something related to chemicals or anything nuclear. This sparks Cammy's attention and has deduced that this has to be the work of Shadaloo. However, Shadaloo in the public eye is history, and government agencies are sweeping any knowledge or any activity of Shadaloo under the rug. At the same time, martial artists from all over the world, expert and well-known martial artists, by the way, have been disappearing. And we find out that this disappearance is due to them being experimented on by an organization called Sin, whom is a small weapons manufacturer that took a lot of the assets from Shadaloo, and Sin is run by Seth, and his experiment is called Bleach. Boiling, liquid, expanding, cell explosion. This is supposed to be his new biological weapon that he wants to actually put on the market, but the experiment is unstable, and in order for Bleach to be completed, Seth needs the power of the Sati no Hado from any particular martial artist, but he's going after one person. This sounds a bit familiar. Oh yeah, it's the same plot from the animated movie, Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. Oh god. Oh boy. I know there are some subtle differences, where as opposed to the fighters being kidnapped and brainwashed to be part of Vega's army, they're being experimented on by something unstable. But come on, guys, it's pretty much the same plot. It's the same thing. People getting kidnapped, being experimented on, and they're gunning for you. Oh, God. It's been like 15 years since they did an animated movie or anime based on Street Fighter, and they're going back to this? Oh, boy. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting ride. So, besides recycling that plot, what else do they recycle in here? Oh, yeah, they recycle something that really made Street Fighter Zero Generations unpopular, making this more like a drama. Yes, this anime, while it was marketed as like a new anime based on Street Fighter 4, all this really is a pretty long drama. Yes, we get some action in here, but unlike Street Fighter Zero Generations, which was heavily story driven and was a potential experiment to launch a new series, or a new anime series, whether it be movie or television, this thing right here was supposed to be a one and done deal to get people pumped to watch all of their favorite characters and some of the new characters from the game in this anime. And God, most of the talking and most of the investigations unlike the Street Fighter 2 anime or Street Fighter 2 animated movie, it is not interesting at all. You know, there is not that intrigue there. And most of this is because of the characters. The characters themselves, 97% of them are wasted. You are not interested in Seth's diabolical scheme. You know, it doesn't hit home, or it doesn't really translate very well. You know, we get a lot of the characters that we've seen before, and they're mostly just there. You know, one thing about the Street Fighter 2 animated movie, and another thing about Street Fighter Zero, right, the anime, you actually they put in a lot of the characters that we both knew and some of the newer ones that we weren't familiar with. And, you know, it was nice to see all these characters get their spot in the sunlight, even if it was just a quick cameo and everything. Oh no, not here. You know, basically, all the new characters from Street Fighter 4, you know, Abel, El Fuerte, and everything. Oh, yeah, nothing. And Rufus, of course, nothing, nada. Now, like I said in the last video regarding Street Fighter 4, most of these new characters were not very interesting. But still, you know, you could have put them in the anime to give them additional life, to pique more interest into them. You know, that's what they did with Fei Long. That's what they did with well, for me, they did that with DJ. And, you know, they did that with Cammy, actually. Actually, to be honest, Cammy's introduction in the Street Fighter 4 animated movie really got me interested in her, you know, so they could have easily done that. But, no. Now, like I said, majority of the characters here are wasted or just there, you know. However, there is some good spots. Like, you know, they actually did a great job with basically giving Ken great character development. You know, here we've seen a transformation of Ken. We're used to Ken being like, you know, the fiery, the hot-headed one, or the flashy guy and everything, the happy-go-lucky guy, you know, or more the undisciplined, well, not undisciplined, but lesser disciplined compared to Dew. Here, you see him, he's still a martial artist, you know, but he is not he's not fighting all the time. You know, he's actually running his organization. You know, he still owns a business. He's a husband now and everything. So he has to make sure that basically his responsibilities are met by providing for his wife. But at the same time, you know, he's become a little too obsessed with his work, and in trying to be responsible and provide, he is inadvertently neglecting his wife. So we're seeing that Ken is having a hard time balancing basically his personal life and his professional life, and basically that he has been falling behind in, like, you know, his studies, which is great character development for Ken and everything. It just sucks that he doesn't have one fight scene in this movie. Not one fight scene. We get Sakura. Now, Sakura enters in here, and I gotta say, you know, I am not a huge Sakura fan. I like the character, but, like, you know, I always feel that they forcefully push Sakura onto us all the time with any incarnation. But I gotta say, every time she appears in an animated movie, you know, she is a welcome addition, and this is her best anime appearance thus far. You know, I really enjoy how they actually got her character down pretty much more like, you know, the character from the game and everything. You know, you got hints of this in Street Fighter Zero, the anime, but Street Fighter 4 actually nailed it down. And, like, I gotta say, I really enjoyed watching Sakura in this. Another character that's actually very interesting is C. Viper, whom was my favorite character in the original Street Fighter 4 of the new characters. You know, now here, you know, she's very mysterious here. We're not sure if she's a double agent or if she's working for Seth or if she's evil and everything. You know, she is one of the moving forces of the anime. So while a lot of this anime is very short and a lot of the characters are really, really wasted and underutilized, these three are put to good use. And one other thing that's really good is, everyone constantly mentioned the Satsu no Haru, but here they introduce the, the power of the nothingness, which I'll go more into when I review the final adaptation from, a movie adaptation and everything. But it's interesting that they actually introduced that here, and we got to see how much more powerful it actually is. Maybe in just one clip, but still, you could definitely see that the power of nothingness really does triumph the Satsu no Haru. But, guys, I gotta be frank, basically. Misusing almost everybody in this thing. The really slow pace, paper-thin plot that's not interesting and poorly executed. The fight scenes, the little amount of fight scenes are really, really underwhelming and everything. Guys, Street Fighter 4, the Ties That Bind, is whack. If it wasn't for the decent development of Ken, Sakura, and C. Viper, and if it wasn't for the introduction and display of the power of nothingness, I really would have given this. And the improved animation compared to Street Fighter Zero Generations, I really, really would have given this a turd burger rating. But agree? Disagree? Drop me a comment below. Give me a like. Follow me on Facebook at TokenDave or Twitter at TokenDave80. Subscribe and ring that bell so you know when a new video loads. But until then, it's been TokenDave, the dorky token black guy who's just trying to get by, and I'll catch you guys later.